If you enjoy listening to inspirational stories from people just like us, facing the fear and doing it anyway, then you're in the right place. My name is Claire Hill, and this is the No Rest for the Vivid podcast. Hello, welcome to another episode of the No Rest for the Vivid podcast, whether you're listening or watching me. Hiya! Today's episode is about amplifying strengths inside of your business. And this, I'm just wondering whether I can add a link to the resource that you can download. Can I do that? I think I can. So inside Project Warrior Boss and inside the Vivid Club membership, we're just looking at strengths all the time. And we do this all the time because strength-based approach is a massive part of a trauma-informed approach, which is how I operate my business support. So that's where I don't believe there are too many gaps. Okay, it's just sort of moving things around. You know those like slidey games where you have to, all of the bits are messed up and you have to put them in order by sliding them around. That's what I believe all your strengths are like. But they're not working together properly. So it makes you feel like you've got loads missing, but actually the magic's there. And really, you just need somebody to say like a magic sentence to you or teach you something that makes you go, oh, I see. And then everything slots into place. That's what a strength-based approach is all about. Isn't it a lovely way to think about you and your business by thinking, I've got all the strengths I need. I just need to figure out a way to make them all work together really well. And not sitting there thinking, oh, I'm so shit at running business. Like there's so much missing. Oh, I need help doing this or help doing that. Oh my God, I need to learn this. And then you're just worrying because of all the gaps. No, it's all strength-based approach. Just thinking about what you've already got. Now, this resource has got like tons and tons of different skills, attributes, what else? Is there another word for skills? But all of that goodness are just showing off like what are your strengths, and they are personal and professional. What we did yesterday in the Warrior Workshop inside the Vivid Club is, and if you join the Vivid Club at the end of the month, you'll have access to that workshop. You get the list and you pull out all of the strengths that you have, and you think, yeah, do you know what? I'm 51% confident in that. Yeah, 51%. Yeah, I can do that. By the way, men naturally do this, and women think, oh no, I can't do something unless I'm like 90% confident. Well, when you're 51%, you're over halfway there. And I think that's a good shout. So write it down. So you get this list, whether you print it out or you just use it to write down, you literally just go through, yeah, that's me. Or no, that's not really me at all. And just do it very general. You end up with a massive list. Once you've got that list, you then whittle it down and think about ones that you do feel more confident in. So maybe 80 to 90% confident, and then pick out your favorite 10. And then once you've got those 10, you pick out 3 that are your superpowers. Absolute, like the most superpowerish-ish ones ever. The ones where you're like, I'm 100% this. I'm so sure that this is one of my superpowers. I am going to make some money from it. And that's what we next do. So, because this is part of the strength-based approach, using this sort of approach is part of creating a money-making attitude. All right. So I have picked out 3 strengths that I think a lot of you will have, but then I put in like a bit of an obscure one just so that you can sort of compare and say like, oh, that's quite obscure. I could still make money out of it. So, so I have chosen these strengths to give you examples. Detail oriented, so looking at the finer details, being observant, which very similar. So I'm going to bring those 2 together, being organized and being thoughtful. So first up, we're going to look at detail oriented. So looking at the finer details as well as being observant. In your business, if you think this is one of your superpowers, in your business, how much do you talk about the fact that you think about the finer details? How do you show the finer details in your work? If you're making something, where are those finer details? If you like the finer details, like me, I'm one of these. Actually, am I all of them? Potentially, maybe I am. Or at least 51% anyway. So when I look for the finer details, so in my packaging, this is a really good tip if you're product based. I hit all the senses when people receive an order from me. If it's, I mean, you know, I'm running a business. If you order over £40, it's not for everyone, unfortunately. But I sense, but to be fair, like my packaging is great for everybody. But if you spend over £40, you get a little bit of extra. So I work with 2 small businesses who are inside the Vivid Club to provide sweets and wax melts, so that when you open up an order from Vivid Wire, straight away, it's very colourful. It's all purple and wonderful. And then straight away, you touch the tissue paper and it makes a sound. Okay. So sight, you're looking at it. Sound, you can hear when you're opening it, and there's the wonderful sound of tissue paper. It feels so luxurious. And then you can feel it. Sound, touch, and sight. The other thing that I have is the smell of rhubarb and rose from Scents with Love, Cheshire. That's your business name. Gemma, I'm going to tag you in this podcast. And then I have sweets from Sherry, from Shem's Smashing Sweets. And so you can have the experience when you receive an order from Vivid Wire of a wonderful smell when you open that box, and it really does smell amazing. And you then can pop a little sweet in your mouth, a little treat for you, and you've got a taste of Vivid Wire. That's what Vivid Wire smells like and tastes like as well. And I was really passionate about creating this multi-sensory experience for my customers because I love being really, really particular about the finer details. Do I talk about it enough? Probably not. If I spoke about it more, would I get more customers? Probably. So think about those things that you already do that you need to amplify and talk about. Another one that's very close to this is observant. I am extremely observant, extremely. I'm also just going back to the finer detail, like looking for the details. I make sure that all of the pathways to my customer journey on Vivid Wire and the Vivid Club membership is as good as I can make it. Now, there are areas of improvement and I'm aware of them and I'm working on them, but making sure that you're very considered about your customer journey, whether you're service or product based, you need to, those finer details of when they open their mobile, how long is it going to take? How are things positioned when they look at their mobile? I mean, my desktop websites look fantastic. Actually, no one really looks at them, and I can see that most of my traffic is seen on a mobile. So I need to make my mobile version of my website really good. What about my Instagram? What about the way I respond to people on Instagram when they send me a message, or on Facebook? I need to make sure that my customer service and the way I talk to my customers is top notch all the time. And that's part of that finer detail skill. And also being observant. I'm observant to what the customer needs or the client needs. That means if I meet with you, say if you would like some coaching or some business support from me, when I meet you in the discovery call, I'm not just listening to you. I'm making notes. I'm observing your body language. I'm observing the language that you use. I'm sort of trying to listen so carefully that I can see what strengths you've already got and how I can pull them out of you. That is being observant in the finer details. Do I talk about that enough? Probably not. But can I? Yes, I can talk about the process of the discovery call. I can nurture those people that are in my inbox by just chatting and checking in. And this thing's on to thoughtful. Like, I actually am pretty thoughtful. I like checking in with people all the time. Like, a friend will jump into my brain and I'm like, oh, I better check on them. And I send voice notes, or my clients, Vivid Club members. I just think about people. And so I use that. But by having that extra thoughtfulness in my business, it really helps me to make more money because I'm showcasing that. I'm amplifying it. I'm not thinking I don't have time for that, or I don't think, oh, you know, I don't know, a negative way to think about it, because I'm just so thoughtful, guys. But maybe if I was thinking, oh, I can't prioritize that right now. If I thought like that, then people wouldn't potentially be placing orders all the time. I just like my customers and my clients to think, to know that I'm invested in them. Like, I'm invested in it all of it. Like, all of my Vivid Club members, I meet every single one of them. Every single member in the Vivid Club membership has had a call with me to talk about who they are, what they want, their dreams. I know their businesses. So if they've got a bit of an issue, or if they're talking about something in the Facebook group, I'm like, I know I can help you because I know who you are. So it's good. I like doing that. So yeah, that's about being detail oriented and thoughtful. You see how you can use these are superpowers, how I actually make more money from having my superpowers there. But also, if you're thoughtful, have you got in your product base, do you have like a gift section? If you're service based, you have a gift section. Like, why can't you have vouchers? Why can't you, if you're a service provider, why can you not have vouchers that people can gift to you, like people can gift to other people? Just saying. Imagine if somebody was like, it's Mother's Day. Oh, I don't know what she wants. She does need help organising her calendar now and finding some strategy. I know somebody that does that. Let me see if they've got a voucher for £100 worth of work. Why not? Why not? Make sure you've got gift vouchers on accessible on your product-based website as well. But also, do you have a gift section? Do you have like a gift wrapping availability? Because when you gift wrap something, you're putting so much more thought in it. Charge for it, obviously. This is really important. You need to charge for this extra time. Your prices need to reflect what you are providing, because you are adding value. You are not just giving them just, a service or a product. You're giving them a huge amount of value. That's really, really important. Okay. And the last strength that I wanted to focus on was being organized, because number one, if you're service based, being organized and supporting your clients is key. You need to be organized yourself. Well, you could be organized yourself. Sometimes I'm far more organized for my clients than I am for myself. You can talk to my clients about that. But if you're product based, what products could you offer within your suite that help with organization? Like, to the point where I'm just thinking about all of the different businesses inside the Vivid Club membership. Can you create some like little plant sticks to organize your plants, or organize? I know one business creates like jewelry organizers. Could you create digital downloads for planners for people? What about creating some kind of calendar for somebody, or a fun I'm just thinking about somebody else inside the Vivid Club. It's Sharon from How She Felt, and how amazing to have like a felt kind of advent calendar. She's going to hate me for suggesting that, because I know how much work it is, but how cute would it be to have 24 little felt little characters that for Christmas? Could you do that? You don't have to even make them like that. Can you do any of them? Could I do an advent calendar? Being organised. Selling Christmas in July, that's organised. Did that last year. That's a really good shout. Being organised and starting your Christmas collection in July, and then selling some of the old collection that you did the year before at like a good rate, because then people are getting organised. Having instalment plans before you make something, by the way, product based. So there's loads of ways. Like, I could sit here and think about, I'm in an idea factory, and I've said before to some of my clients, I need to rein it in sometimes with being idea factory, because it creates like a brain, a shiny object syndrome. And sometimes you just need to be consistent and productive, which was like 2 weeks ago, that episode, which I've just finished recording, because I'm being organised, you see. Block booking. So, and that's another thing. If you are organised, really shine that into your schedule, because being organised and being on top of things and making sure that you're block booking out time, so you're less like you're not swapping your hats too often through roles within your business. When you do that, it makes you so much more efficient, because it's an energy leak when you swap roles. If you're like going, I'm going to make now, and then I'm going to do CEO stuff, and then I'm going to do admin, and then I'm going to do this, that, and the other, talk to client. If you just stay in your lane with like, this is the job that I am doing today, so much more productive. Top tip. Okay. I'm going to leave it there. I believe, if I remember my schedule correctly, I think this is episode 98. Now, saying that, I'm not looking at my schedule. It might not be. So forgive me if I'm wrong. But it means that episode 100 is just around the corner. Crazy. So crazy. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. I just thought I'm going to be really organised and record the intro to episode 100 right now while I remember. Okay, I hope you have an amazing week. And whatever you're doing, let me know. If anything in this, what am I doing? Anything in this episode has made you think, please share it. Please let me know. And please subscribe to the YouTube channel, or subscribe to the podcast. It helps so much. And it's such an easy, free way to support me. If anything I've ever said has helped you in any way. All right, take care of yourself and each other. Thank you so much for listening to the No Rest for the Vivid podcast, written, produced and hosted by Claire Hill, and music has been composed by my brother Phil Vidler.